we are trying to run away. The same people who think transform them into slaves and all whatnot, and who up till date still did not truly, many of them, respect our humanity. So that's self-hatred. And many of us have allowed ourselves to be manipulated into this type of self-hatred within this struggle. I didn't want to come online to talk about this issue because there are so many burning things that are going on in the struggle. And a good number of individuals who used to show up online have technically disappeared. They no longer have the self-encouragement to come online, either to educate our people or even to cause the nuisance that they normally do. Because some of these nuisance has really been good, because at times it's a good laugh, or it makes us to sit on our toes. But nearly everyone, vast majority, have technically escaped. They are no longer online. And people have transformed themselves to 3, 4, 5, 6 different fake names. Some have changed phone numbers, and you find one individual who might be representing 10 different people. One person, he has 10 different phone numbers. He's Mr. This today, he's this one tomorrow, he's this one tomorrow. You find all of these things in the struggle. But you see, the caption of this discussion is not for sale. What do I mean by that? I am passing this message in particular to the International Communities Organization. The group that reached out to one of our own brother and son. Many of you will not like that appellation, but that is how we'll still call him, who is now in Canada. And they came up with this so-called framework for peace. I want them to understand that we will not allow our homeland and all the young men and women who have died to be transformed into another Democratic Republic of the Congo, which from the time they killed Patrice Emery Lumumba up to date have not been at peace with itself. Even when Mobutu Sese Seko Kukumbende Wasabanga was in power, the DRC, especially the eastern part of the land, has still not been in peace. And the reason is because of organizations that are acting similarly to the same way that the International Communities Organization, the ICO, has acted of late. And from a personal perspective, I am deeply, deeply disappointed in them. I am. And I want to make this very, very clear. I do not work on hearsay. I do not play games. I do not. I know of recent, Dr. Janarius Asongu said some stuff I call crazy stuff, because I've not met with him, I've not spoken with him. Since I came to this country, the United States, I don't even need to tell you people that this is someone who came to my house, but disguised himself for me not to recognize him. So I've never spoken with him. Not to talk of Dr. Gabila or who. I've not spoken to him because I hear people go online and they make a lot of statements. I know I spoke to Dr. Florentine. And if someone has misquoted me, misrepresented what I have said, or misunderstood me, it must have come from him. He must have collected the information for whatever reasons. But for me now, I feel a little bit tingled that he could get information from me and take that information and misrepresent it with a team of individuals that I could now see them as a cabal of people who either have no knowledge of what they have got themselves involved into, or for one reason or another are useful idiots. That is the way I see it. The reason I want you people to listen carefully is because I want to put it as clear as possible. The International Communities Organization came up in 2018. They reached out to me within that time frame, 2018-2019. We had an exchange. However, this principal architect, Mr. James Holmes, is a financial individual, someone working in the financial industry. They own a bank. Decided that when it was time to take whatever action they want to take, they needed a soft spot. They needed somebody that they could use, they could prop. And that is how they got the other young man, Capo Daniel. What I'm saying is what I've discussed with them, and I've discussed this with Capo. I've asked Capo, why do you think the ICO decided to come to you? Why? They came to me, 2019. If they thought they have gotten something that was good, and they wanted to get involved in resolving this conflict in the right way, that all conflicts are supposed to be resolved. How come that the ICO decided to reach out to humanitarian dialogue in Switzerland, trying to ask them about Capo Daniel and how they could prop him up? How they could prop him up so that they could use him for whatever stuff they are trying to do with La République du Cameroon in the guise of trying to resolve the conflict. This is exactly what happened. I've discussed this in a meeting myself, Capo, Dr. Fontaine, Barrister Cheps. And I asked, why do you think they came to you? And the answer is simple. It is because they thought he is a weak link. They are looking for someone who is weak, someone they could manipulate, someone they could use. That is why they will reach out to HD. And they are trying to find out about him because he was already making certain statements online. They wanted to find out and to prop him. Do you know what it means to prop an individual? Because this is exactly what the West have done in Africa and created a lot of dictators. They come into a country or into a territory. They find one individual they think is a useful idiot. They pick you. They give you shower. You will not understand what I mean. Literally. They shower you and then they make sure they give you good body wear, perfume to put on. So that they can now use you in taking you to go through that party that they want to go into. So they came into the continent. They will go like to a country like Zaire, Congo, Democratic Republic. Pick up Mobutu. Arrange for Mobutu to kill Lumumba. Prop up Mobutu. Fix him up. This is what the Belgians did. And then they place him there. And somewhere along the line, the CIA said, thank you, Belgium. The CIA jumped on board. And Mobutu left that country. Not only killing so many people, he created the situation that you find in the eastern part of the Democratic Republic of Congo up to date, which has become a fief, a bastion for chaos, for minerals, by multinational firms, all from the Western world. So they needed someone to prop. This is what they said. They want to prop him up. Why do you want to prop him? You come into a struggle. You say you want to resolve the struggle. And you are not like, let me put it this way. If France or the United Kingdom as a country comes into a struggle and said, okay, we will look all of these people who are actors in this struggle, from the side of the non-state actors, we will pick one person we think we can use and prop that individual. You will understand that when they prop that individual, they will be doing that for their own interests. Take, for example, that the USA or the UK wants to prop me up. Yeah, they will be propping me up. One, they might think that I might be the closest person who could deliver, not only for my people, but for them. Because they look at the benefits, the economic benefits. That is how states operate. States operate on benefits, whether you like it or not. So they will prop you up. This is a state. I'm not talking of an organization, especially one that claims to be involved in issues of resolving conflicts, which actually is acting not like one involved in resolving conflicts. They will take you, prepare you, and prop you up. So that while you are there and your people think you are working for them, you are actually working for that state. Because if they put you in place, you need to have a payback to that state. Either they will need to have investment in minerals, you need to sign secret deals with them. It has happened in Africa in so many aspects. So if Russia props you up, don't think they do it for free. No, no state works for free. Even when we sit here, we say, oh, we are happy with what is going on in Mali, Burkina Faso, and the rest. It is true. We are happy. But I can assure you that whether it is Russia, it is China, or which country, none of this country is doing this for free. Put that in mind. People of Africa, listen. None of this country is doing it for free. Not one of them. The only area where you can feel a little bit air off, you can breathe a little bit of air, is like what Gaddafi was doing, where he could allow African liberation movements to come to Libya and train and go back. For him, he's an African. His goal was to help liberate these people. But most of these countries that come from outside, they have interest. In the 60s, even when Cuba was involved, Cuba's interest was tactically the spread of communism. Cuba was isolated in the Northern Hemisphere. I applaud Cuba for what they were doing. And it is not right, it is not wrong for them ideologically to try to spread what they believe in and they think it works for them. They think it can work for a people like us. So bear this in mind. There is no country out there that will come and prop you up for nothing. In the name of, oh, we just want you people to be free because Biya is a dictator, is this. No, it doesn't happen that way. However, organizations that wants to prop you up, be very careful with them. When an organization that is involved in conflicts, as they say, says they're looking for someone who is weak enough that they can prop up so that that person can do their bidding, be very careful with that organization. I deal with everybody. I was aware of this, but I still thought we could work with still the same ICO and try to change things for the good of our people. Make them see the better way to go. Because we don't shut doors. You don't know which black cat can come out there and do something that is favorable for what all of us want. However, the ICO once and forever continuously proved to me as an individual that they have no idea of what they are trying to do. Or they thought they were too smart for us. They have gotten someone they can use, and they think all of us can just fall on board and agree on everything. It didn't work well. These are things nobody will explain to you. I met with the ICO and I told them, I am prepared to work with you people as long as we'll be able to do it work for our people better. And the question I asked Capo, that question I asked Capo, why did you think the ICO reached out to me in 2019? And when they think, in quote, they're working with some multinational firms in Cameroon, the ICO, and there are minerals in Cameroon these firms are interested in. Part of these minerals, most of them are in our territory. So the goal is not to achieve, in quote, a negotiated settlement. That